A man whose wife contracted HIV after a kidney transplant has told the Infected Blood inquiry in Edinburgh that she went into hospital for a life-saving operation and came out with a death sentence. The UK-wide inquiry has been hearing evidence from people who were infected with contaminated blood, as well as their families. Katie Hunter reports.
Lives dominated for decades by infected blood. Bruce Norval found out he had hepatitis C in 1990. He received contaminated blood products during treatment for haemophilia. He spent years campaigning for victims.
The whole truth.
Today, his wife described the toll that had taken on their family, including their daughter.
She would go to the library after school, hoping that I would be in from work before she got in, because she was terribly worried that she would find her dad dead. And this is as a 11, 12-year-old, and has continued to have severe mental health issues since then.
Christine also told the inquiry at one point she'd contemplated taking her own life.
And at that point, I had 2 young children, and I think that just always brings you back.
Some people have chosen to tell their stories anonymously. This morning, the inquiry heard from a man whose 33-year-old wife had died after receiving a kidney infected with HIV. Her donor was a young man who'd had a motorbike accident. He'd been treated with infected blood during attempts to resuscitate him. His organs were given to 4 people. All of them contracted HIV.
So far, it's been confined to small groups, but it's spreading.
The inquiry heard the woman couldn't watch TV after her HIV diagnosis because of adverts like these. Her husband said she'd gone into hospital for a life-saving transplant and come out with a death sentence. The inquiry also heard Graeme Malloch found out he had hepatitis C after treatment for haemophilia. He was just 15.
I remember going up to school thinking, what's the point? I don't need to try for exams anymore because I'm going to be dead in a few years. I kept it secret from my friends because I was told to. Because my mum and dad were worried about people with maybe, they weren't so much worried about my friends, but they were worried about other boys and girls that maybe didn't know me very well, possibly picking on me.
Some people giving evidence today were speaking publicly for the first time. They hope their voices will help bring justice to the many victims of infected blood. Katie Hunter, reporting Scotland, Edinburgh.